Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. The content today, it just keeps on rolling because GOA just put an arrow right through the heart directly at Elon about this whole government waste spending thing that, it turns out per our reporting and per all the other fury online is that the gun control is being funded by our own tax dollars. Yeah, in addition to that, GOA just came out and just dropped the hammer, man. This is, hey, how about we get rid of that $25 million that the CDC and the National Institute of Health are using for gun control? You're going to want to see every bit of this because when there's blood in the water, the sharks are absolutely going to get there. Believe me, I'm in Florida. I've seen it happen. Make sure you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. And with that, let's get right into it. But I would be remiss if I did not say a word about our sponsor, Patriot Mobile. Guys, if you are in the market to switch over to a carrier that actually is on the cutting edge and actually cares about things that you care about and supports things you care about, not like gun control. Yeah, if you're into freedom and also incredible technology, Patriot Mobile has a brand new approach to cell service. Guys, this is something you need to check out. There's a link in the description box below. But when you sign up with Patriot Mobile, they not only put you on their individual towers, they can use everybody's towers. So they actually run an analysis to find out which tower serves you best and put you on that tower with their service. It's the best of both worlds. And if you move, they do the exact same process again. The flexibility and the ability to fine-tune this to your needs is where this really shines. And they support causes that you support, like, freedom. There's a link in the description box below, guys. Check it out. They are the newest sponsor, and they are great people. And thank you in advance for checking that out because they make this content possible. Let's get into it, people. Oh, Gun Owners of America comes out the gate swinging on a Thursday night, Friday morning. Check this out. Hey, Doge. This is the Department of Governmental Efficiency. This is the Elon train. While you're at NIH, National Institute of Health, you should cancel the $25 million per year spent on illegal gun control research. Oh, and fire the bureaucrats responsible. I like that little last part. CC the POTUS. Okay, now, before I dive too deep into the details here, make sure you guys follow me at Braden LOA. We are having a blast. It is the cutting edge of the 2A fight, and we are doing interactions with other creators, all sorts of stuff. There's a link down there at Braden LOA if you want to be part of the conversation before everything happens. It's crazy. It's right over there. We're having a blast. Okay, now back to this. The Dickey Amendment. Excuse me. So if you're not familiar, the Dickey Amendment is actual written law. It's actually passed by Congress. It's in there. And it says none of the funds made available for CDC or the NIH may be used in whole or in part to advocate or promote gun control. Do you guys remember when we were talking about the big shift that they made 3 years ago, the gun controllers, where they were talking about how gun violence is now a health crisis, gun violence is now a health issue? It was in order to get the money into these areas through the U.S. aid programs and through the funding in order to get gun control inside the CDC. That was the entire point. Gun controllers lined up and shouted it from the rooftops how amazing it was, while at the exact same time putting pressure on, government offices to completely reduce the exposure to actual reports that show 6 million uses defensive of firearms in the United States per year. Same time. All right. Now let's dive into this. And the reason they sent that out is reports are that the Doge staffers are now at the NIH. Now listen to this because this is really important. The GOA they get credit for this one. GOA in Congress exposed millions of dollars of wasteful anti-gun research at CDC and NIH. We need Doge to terminate all of this. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit of this letter that was from March of last year. So this is not new information, but it highlights it really well. Listen to this. I'm going to run through a few of the pieces. It's all linked. You can see it. I always bring receipts. In total violation of the Dickey Amendment, CDC and NIH have misappropriated the following funding for gun control purposes. This is from Mike Johnson. To Mike Johnson from Kay Granger, Alabama senator. Governor, rather. Hold on. Sorry, chair of the House. Wrong K. I apologize. $1.1 million to study the relationship between lawful gun ownership and risk. $490,000 to study a state with constitutional carry versus a state with strict gun control. Well, Ohio already did it for you, but they didn't want to look at that. $333,000 to evaluate gun confiscation laws and gun purchase wait periods in California. $518,000 to enhance policy implementation of expanded background checks, secure firearm storage requirements, and gun confiscation laws in Michigan. You seeing a pattern here? Study all the blue state stuff so we can duplicate it nationally. $650,000 to study firearm prohibitions and relinquishment. $350,000 to find out if state gun control firearm laws reduce mortality. They don't. We all know that. But again, you've seen the pattern. $1.2 million to run a study including in-person and telehealth wellness check-ins, which explicitly includes safety in guns at home. $3.6 million to study firearm retirement for senior citizens, which will strongly parallel key but not all aspects of the driving requirement. Can you own your guns? Are you old enough to own your guns? Are you too old to own your guns and drive your car? So we're going to take your keys and we're going to take your guns. Yeah, this is feeling good. $428,000 to study how episodic crime reports that depict violence as a crime issue can lead audiences to blame victims and reinforce racial stereotypes. That seems connected to guns. $126,000 to find out why Black Americans are 6 times more likely to experience an assault-related firearm injury as white Americans. Again, you seen the trends here. $2.1 million to inform evidence-based interventions that prevent firearm injury. I'm going to start that one over. $2.1 million to inform evidence-based interventions that prevent firearm injury risk involving Asian Americans caused by their mere firearm possession and more. Okie dokie. And they wrap up the article really nicely with this little sentiment. Again, it's right in the bottom of your screen and linked. It is obvious that treating firearm-related violent crime as a public health issue starts with a study here and there about gun control but ends in tyranny. For an excellent example, Congress needs to look no further than the recent actions by the governor of New Mexico, who used a public health emergency to declare a total ban on the lawful carry of firearms for self-defense in the entire city of Albuquerque, even for licensed concealed carry permit holders. That's the whole point. Guys, they weaponize these things against us. They weaponize them on purpose. They utilize actual funding of your tax dollars, not only in the USA to fund gun control organizations, but they also give it to the CDC and the NIH in order to do gun research to further fuel those same organizations that are getting funding by the taxpayers in order to infringe upon your rights. Guys, this right here is a big problem. It's violation of law. It's extremely unethical. It is a slush fund with multiple different shell companies, which we covered yesterday. This is just stacking on crap sandwich, on crap sandwich, on crap sandwich. And the more that you pull open these rocks and you see the little creepy crawlers go, the more we're going to do videos on it, because this kind of crap has got to be exposed. We have to keep sending this stuff out. We have to keep exposing this. You have to follow me on X, and then you share that out as well. Tag Pam Bondi, tag the president, tag whoever you want. But this kind of crap has got to go away. It is that simple. I leave you with that message. I look forward to seeing you on X, where we get to interact directly, and I will look forward to the next video as well. Let me know if I landed the plane. I'll see you then.